Why do mushrooms get invited into all parties?
I don't know.
Because they're such fun guys.
That was a good one.
Last time aboard Freedom, we said goodbye to Desolation Sound and hello to a remote, adventurous, and uniquely luxurious destination on British Columbia's west coast. After safely docking at the Dent Island Lodge and taking a look around at the amazing property and amenities, we didn't waste any time jumping aboard their famous jet boat tour of the Dent, Yakulta, and Erin Rapids, some of the most fearsome waters in this part of the world. It was a blast, so if you missed it, be sure to check it out. Now, after less than 24 hours enjoying luxury in the middle of the BC wilderness, we're leaving at slack tide to cruise eastbound up the Bute Inlet, one of the most scenic waterways in the world. Despite it being one of the major glacial fjords on the BC coast and hosting some of the most spectacular views around, the Bute Inlet is actually visited by very few cruisers. There aren't any protected anchorages with water depths suitable for most boats, and the round-trip distance to the head and back down is just over 40 nautical miles, or for us, a slow 6 hours on the water. But since grizzly bears are known to feed along certain sections of the inlet, we've decided to make the trip with the hopes of reliving our epic bear sightings from last summer up the Night Inlet.
So this isn't exactly the best way to go bear watching by driving by, because you miss everything by driving by. And as we learned last year when we were in Glendale Cove, you have to dinghy by slowly, and then out of nowhere you get lucky and you spot one foraging around. So even though this isn't the best idea, there's really not a lot of great anchorages here, so we're just gonna slowly meander by and hope we spot a needle in a haystack.
See any bears?
No. What are the chances, sweetie, that you think we're gonna see them? Like
100%.
100%? Wow, you're feeling good.
I'm gonna throw some meat out.
Oh, we can't waste our meat.
I got a couple hot dogs. To feed those.
No, I thought you liked the hot dogs.
They're not a good pack of hot dogs.
No. Any second now, I can just feel it. We're not in the best area, according to the shore, but I think up ahead we might have better luck. So, come on out, bears. It's a little obnoxious, but it does the trick.
This solo black bear ended up being the only bear we spotted along our journey to the head of the inlet. Once we reached the head around dinner time, we found a decent spot to anchor, but got weird vibes from the area. It's kind of hard to explain, but sometimes when you arrive somewhere new and in the middle of nowhere, you just get an eerie feeling and don't want to stay. Besides bad vibes, we also realized that while there weren't any grizzly bears to be seen, there was an insane amount of giant green biting flies again. Like, no joke, killer green attack flies that were so bad the dogs couldn't even use their pee patch. And if we couldn't even go outside for 5 seconds, there was no way we were going to deploy the dinghy to explore more of the cove. So despite us having spent the entire day cruising one way, we decided to turn around and go right back the way we came, cruising another 7 hours to the nearest anchorage where we could get a good night's rest before crossing the Strait of Georgia the next day.
So it's 7:15 and we're pulling up anchor from Francis Bay. Can't wait to leave. Super windy last night. We pulled in at midnight. I was asleep. I was just zonked. So I feel really bad for Sean. He's probably pissed. Yeah, 7:15. We're in 150 feet of water, so he had to let all the chain out last night, all of our anchor. So it's gonna take a little bit to pull it up. But once it's up, we have a 9-hour journey across the Strait of Georgia to Hornby Island, where we're going to be staying in Tribune Bay for at least a night, maybe 2. There's supposed to be a great pizza place on the island, a nice beach, and maybe some sea lions. So now that we're making our way south, we figured that would be a nice new place to check out and explore. The wind is also supposed to be kind of bad this morning, dying down around noon. And that'll be the time when we get to the Powell River area to cross the Strait of Georgia. So we're hoping that the forecast for the wind is correct. And once we cross the strait, the wind dies down, so we'll have a pretty decent crossing. Nice. And one. And one. And one. Looking good, sweetie. I'll just go back to driving. I'll just go back to driving.
Today's westbound crossing in the Strait of Georgia was boating perfection. The seas were flat and the wind was practically non-existent, just the way we like it. Flat seas really do make our day and can sometimes even put Sean in an oddly humorous mood.
Pretty awesome day on the water. Couldn't ask for a better cruise. And We are headed straight over there. I'm not sure if it's there or there, but somewhere straight ahead is Hornby Island. You know, that whole island might be Hornby. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it is. It's bigger than I thought. Would you like to say something, Sean?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Have any dad jokes? Quick,
No,
Google it.
fresh out of dad jokes.
Google a dad joke.
What do you call a fake noodle?
A foodle?
An impasta.
Okay, give me another one. That was good.
How do you make an artichoke?
I don't know.
Strangle it.
Oh God, that's not as good as the first one. Okay, give me a third for good luck.
Why did the tomato blush?
I don't know.
Because it saw the salad dressing.
That's good.
Did you hear about the famous pickle?
No.
He was a big dill.
That's okay. That's not so good.
Why do mushrooms get invited to all parties?
I don't know.
Because they're such fun guys.
That was a good one.
Since the sea conditions were A+ and surprisingly better than forecasted, we pulled into Tribune Bay an hour early, giving us a head start on enjoying Hornby Island, or what many call the Hawaii of Canada. First impressions are everything, and our first impression of Hornby was one of excitement and amazement. As we arrived in Tribune Bay, we were shocked. It's extremely rare in British Columbia to find such a large anchorage with shallow depths and warm water topping 70 degrees, and plenty of room for a crowd of boats to all comfortably congregate around a massive white sand beach. On a north wind day, this is definitely the place to be. We made it. Not too far until you get to shallow water. There's freedom. All by yourself. Hopefully Sally and Martha are behaving themselves. So crystal clear. The water is truly crystal clear. It's actually more clear here than in Hawaii. So I would have to say this is a pretty close second to Hawaii. If you're in Canada, you can't go to Hawaii, come to Hornby Island. Located 20 miles southeast of Comox, Hornby Island is one of the two northernmost Gulf islands, the other being Denman Island to its west. Since Mother Nature is a damn genius, the tides roll out during the daytime so visitors can enjoy what becomes a massive sandy beach. If you're not careful though, you and your boat might be spending a long day on the sand. Look how pretty that is. This 12 square mile slice of paradise on the east coast of Vancouver Island definitely gives off Hawaiian vibes. Although, I'd argue it's more like if Tofino had an island baby and dropped it off in the warmer waters of the Salish Sea.
Okay, time to go back. The worst part about swimming to the beach is swimming back to the boat. Woo! Going for a run?
Going for a run.
Be careful.
All right.
Be sure to check out the hot spots for later.
Oh, yeah.
Despite living in 400 square feet and enjoying life at Anchor any chance we get, we always make daily exercise and movement a top priority for ourselves and for Sully and Martha too. No matter how limiting the place or space might be, we find ways to reach our daily goals, like only using our paddleboards instead of our dinghy to get to shore. And luckily, Freedom has just enough space for us to get in some daily yoga, Pilates, weights, or whatever else we can dream up to start the day on the right foot. Except for maybe jumping jacks or jumping rope.
All right, the dogs are more than ready to head to the beach. The minute they get their life jackets on, they freak out, especially Martha. She loves exploring. We made it to the beach, have our board nice and safely stowed, and now I'm gonna walk the dogs up into town and check out Hornby Island a little bit.
Not only does Hornby have incredible beaches, including a clothing optional beach in Little Tribune Bay just to our west, but the island is also home to 3 provincial parks, 60 professional artists, 70 biking and hiking trails, a quaint little town center, a donation-based island bus that operates daily, a farmer's market, winery, brewery, and distillery, and of course, award-winning pizza.
Oh, there's the beach. A tip, this was so much closer than the route I took to get to the pizza place and the farmer's market. So go left at the bathrooms, not straight through the parking lot. It's like right over there basically. So note to self, next time we come, or maybe later, we will definitely be taking this route. Already so much more sand. Tide is really going out fast. Just in the last hour. Whew, that sand is hot, man. Whew. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, the sand is like burning. Okay guys, oh my gosh. Sean's got the flopper stoppers out. Freedom's really moving. Oh. Ooh, that's a pretty bad roll. Oh man. And the flopper stopper's out, although kind of see it floating down there below the surface. I'm not exactly sure how beneficial it is, but as long as we have it, I guess might as well put it out.
Would you like a weenie?
Nope, I'm not a fan of the weenie, but thank you.
You're not?
I will stick with the best organic cherries I think I've ever had.
How long do you think these weenies were in our freezer?
2 years, I think.
Are you glad I-
Maybe 3 years, actually.
Are you glad I ate them?
Yeah. No food goes to waste aboard Freedom. So those weenies have been in our freezer for at least 2 years, maybe 3. I can't remember which trip I bought them for. But our biggest pet peeve aboard Freedom is wasting food. So we never waste anything. We let things go well beyond the expiration date, at least I do, because those expiration dates are crap. And if something's expired, we just eat it right away. And if something's going on 2 or 3 years, Sean eats it at Anchor. Sean, is that a weenie sandwich with a side of weenie?
It is.
We have some hummus left if you want to dip the weenie slices in hummus.
I'm good.
Good.
Oh, great weenie.
Put an extra coat on the wood?
Yeah.
Just one coat?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have the sun and bake in.
Not only did Sean enjoy his weenie sandwich with a side of weenie, but he also enjoyed a dessert of boat work to fully enjoy this beautiful island experience.
Going to the main reason we came to this island, and it's not the beach. It's the pizza place.
Which is highly rated and award-winning.
We put our pizza order in a couple hours ago. It'll be ready at 7:15. And then, yeah, hopefully it's tasty.
Hey, sweetie. I think your tractor's sexy. Okay, this should be interesting. We decided to take the pizza back to the boat. Sean feels confident. Good luck. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident? 9. You made it back
I made it back
with a whole pizza.
with a whole pizza.
How are the first bites?
Good.
Do you think it's a worthy of the third? What was this? The third best in BC?
Yeah. Well, in all of Canada, right?
I don't know.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our trip to Hawaii, Hornby Island, be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss next time when we continue south through the Gulf Islands and beyond. We'll see you next time.